Wait,
chat.
wait,
Let's
wait,
read
wait,
it.
wait.
Let's
So,
read
so
it all.
apathetic. You're saying that the dialogue Theaetetus teaches the JTB? Socrates
Yes,
literally rejects it.
it's Plato reasoning to the JTB.
No, it's not. Plato rejects the JTB.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
I
You're
have the
so
Theaetetus right in
stupid.
front of me, dude.
You're so
I
stupid.
have it right in front of me. I have it, but you want me
All
to read
right,
the
all right,
Theaetetus to you?
guys, let's post in the side chat. Let's read it all
Okay,
together.
I'm gonna read it again, okay? Because we already went over this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow along, apophatic, it's the Theaetetus 209d to 210b. Okay? Those are the
Perfect.
references. Socrates. Then correct judgment must all then correct judgment also must be concerned with the differentness of what it is about. Theaetetus. So it seems so anyway. Socrates. Then what more might this adding an account to correct judgment be? If on the one hand it means that we must make another judgment about the way in which a thing differs from the rest of the things, we are being required to do something very absurd. Theaetetus. How's that? Socrates. Because we already have a correct judgment about the way a thing differs from other things, and we are then directed to add a correct judgment about the way a thing differs from other things. At that rate, the way a roller goes round, or a pestle, or anything else proverbial would be nothing compared to such directions. They might be more justly called a matter of the blind leading the blind. To tell us to add what we already have in order to come to know what we are judging about bears a generous resemblance to the behavior of a man benighted. Theaetetus. Whereas if on the other hand, what else were you going to suggest when you started this inquiry just now? Socrates. Well, if adding an account means that we are required to know the differentness, not merely judging it, this most splendid of our accounts of knowledge turns out to be a very musing affair. For getting to know, of course, is acquiring knowledge, isn't it? Theaetetus. Yes. Socrates. So it seems to answer the question, what is knowledge, will be correct judgment accompanied by knowledge of the differentness. For this is what we are asked to understand by the addition of an account. Theaetetus. Apparently so. Socrates. And it is surely just silly to tell us when we are trying to discover what knowledge is that it is correct judgment accompanied by knowledge, whether of differentness or of anything else. And so, Theaetetus, knowledge is neither perception nor true judgment nor an account added to true judgment.
Yes, it is true belief
Socrates,
with
nope.
logos.
Socrates rejects the JTB apophatic.
No, no. So let me actually quote what
You
he says,
lose.
right?
Apophatic. You didn't
So
read the Theaetetus.
yesterday, you
You
believed
just
that
name dropped
knowledge
the
was
JTB.
true
You
belief.
don't know the JTB,
All you
dude.
do is overtalk. So in the Theaetetus, right, they go over your theory of knowledge that you held to, which was true belief, and he rejects it. Doxa alethis, true belief,
Wait, what?
is not only
We were
what's
talking
needed.
about your theory of knowledge, apophatic.
Now,
You're look at you trying to
abysmo,
shift the burden, dude. Like
abysmo.
apophatic can't be wrong, guys. Everybody, apophatic's infallible.
So
Everybody.
Socrates said that true knowledge is knowledge is a true belief with an account behind it. So that is understood as justification. That's literally justified true belief. So Socrates,
This is
right?
amazing, dude.
Socrates says in his dialogue that knowledge is true belief with an account, with a logos, meaning that that's what justification is. It's a true belief that you give an account behind it for, or a justification. That's what he clearly states in the dialogue. But yeah, you don't read it. I sent you the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, where it goes over this, and how in this dialogue that Socrates is having, okay, he teaches that knowledge is true belief with an account, with the addition of logos, i.e., justified true belief. It's the same thing.
So he says, Theaetetus, knowledge is neither perception nor true judgment, nor an account added to true judgment.
Yes, because this
So,
is distinct from
literally,
perception.
nor is an account added to true judgment. He rejects the JTB.
Added to true judgment. So, okay, I don't know if you know this, but in the first definition, in the first half of the dialogue, one person taught that knowledge is perception, right? And then one taught that knowledge is true judgment, and that knowledge is true judgment with an account. And he's like, no, this third definition doesn't also work. True knowledge is not just true judgment with an account; it is a
So,
true
okay,
belief with an account.
Plato sets to rest any conception of knowledge as justified true belief. Justified true belief in the Theaetetus is understood as true judgment with an account.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it is
It
not,
is.
because if you read,
Apophatic.
no, it is
That's
not.
literally when Socrates
That's not
asks
what it
what
is.
Theaetetus,
True
right?
judgment,
What knowledge
with
is
an
according
account
to
is not
Theaetetus?
GTB. That has to do with the knowledge.
Theaetetus'
Knowledge is
response
perception.
apophatic is
That has
precisely
to
the
do with
same as
knowledge and
yours,
perception.
which
You
is
don't know
that
what you're
it's a
talking about.
true judgment with an
Sent
account.
the Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Are you better than what Stanford says?
Yes.
Because it says something totally different.
Dude,
it says that
Socrates'
the view
words
that
is
knowledge
literally right there,
perception
man.
is contrary to JTB, and that knowledge is true judgment with an account. That is also false. It is a true belief with an account behind it. That's Socrates' position. I can send you the quote where he says knowledge is truly true belief with an account. That's JTB. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. You're an arrogant, hubris
You
fucking
don't know
prick.
what you're talking about. You've
You
just
don't know
been
what you're
proven
talking
to be
about.
a sophist, dude.
You're a sophist. You do not know what you're discussing. You're not knowledgeable on this topic. My formal education is in philosophy. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You haven't actually read it. All right. You skimmed through it and you found one passage where it looks like that, but true judgment, okay, is not knowledge.
This is
Nobody
crazy
affirms that.
apathetic. No. The thing is you're not gonna gaslight the rest of the chat. We already went over that this morning.
The Theaetetus, all right. You didn't go over
And
it.
the thing is I'm gonna add today's recording with
Silent
yesterday's
Night,
recording.
Silent Night, could
This
you,
is gonna
could
be
you
amazing.
please ask your question? I would rather have a better question. Talk to him. For now.
You said that your field of education is in philosophy.
Yeah, what about it?
Like, aren't you like 14? Like, how can your like field of education? You make it sound like you're like
I'm not
college edu-
14. You don't know that.
Didn't you tell us before that you were like super underage, like 14?
No, do you hear my voice, bro?
How old are you?
I'm not gonna give that on the internet. All right, but all I do know is that Abismo is fucking retarded. All right, because yes, he is. Because Socrates believes that knowledge is true belief with an account or logos behind it. That is justified true belief. Okay? You know what Socrates doesn't believe is that knowledge is true judgment with an account. No, it's
So-
not true judgment, it's true belief.
So here's what the Stanford Encyclopedia has to say, okay? So Theaetetus tries a third time, his final proposal. So Theaetetus gives 3 accounts for knowledge, okay? And the third one is knowledge is true belief with an account. That's justified, that's the JTB. That's what Van Til talks about. The ensuing discussion attempts to spell out what it might be for the like for D3 to be true, then makes 3 attempts to spell it out, what a logos is, okay? Blah, 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 blah. Socrates then turns to consider and reject 3 attempts to spell out what a logos is, to give an account of account. The first attempt takes logos just to mean speech or statement. The second account of logos of O makes it enumeration of the elements O. The third and last proposal is that to give the logos of O is to cite the semeion or the diaphora of O, the sign or a diagnostic feature wherein O differs from everything else. All 3 attempts to give an account of account fail. The day's discussion and the dialogue end in aporia. Socrates leaves to face his enemies in the courtroom, in the Apologia. So the Apologia, like, literally comes right after the Theaetetus.
Yeah, and he mentioned the dream of Socrates, right?
Yeah.
You understand that? Okay, what is that section for? What do you think that is for?
The thing is these are part of, there's 2 different theories, right? There's the Unitarian reading of the Platonic dialogues and developmental interpretation of the dialogues of Socrates.
Okay.
We
So I'm
don't
asking you, what is your interpretation?
we don't know, like, part of the critique from the developmentalists
But
is
but
that
the
the
interpretation of the
thought
dream
the thought
argument is
of
crucial to
Plato
understand his
developed
position
over
on this.
time into his later
Oh my god.
dialogues. The Theaetetus is
The
chronologically
critique
later
using the
and much
dream
later than
theory
the other
is
dialogues. The
crucial.
first among
Is
them, the first
crucial
among
to
all of
understand his
Plato's dialogues
position.
are the Credo and the Meno, right?
Yes, Meno and Credo. But you're not understanding, okay, is that
Dude, you're
the
wrong.
dream
Apophatic.
theory in this
Apophatic.
section, that's not an argument.
Regardless of that,
It's not an
Socrates
argument.
rejects the JTB.
No, he doesn't.
He rejects it.
He literally does not.
Like, like, you point to the Stanford Encyclopedia, it talks nothing about the JTB. It's just about the Theaetetus, and, like, literally, like, I'm clipping it for you. I'm not stupid. That's
Yes,
why
you are
the
stupid.
Platonic dialogues are a 300 level course.
Yeah, you have no knowledge of what you're talking about, bro. No knowledge. Yeah, bro.
Dude, like,
Bantu,
dude, you want to continue to still make yourself look like a fool, man.
Your argument
Like,
is that
everybody
Cornelius
here is
Van
listening
Til
to how
invented
foolish
the
you are, dude.
JTB.
All your assertions. All you have are nothing
You're
but
embarrassing
accusations
yourself.
and, like,
The
flimsy,
only
fuzzy
people
logic, dude.
that
This is
believe what
so.
you're
What
saying
are you appealing to,
are
Apophatic? It's
uneducated
just fuzzy
fucking
logic.
ignorant ass people. All these people in here, Grudgeon, Silent Night, Supreme Potato, they agree with you. They're fucking stupid. They're all retarded. They're all dumb. They're not knowledgeable on anything.
Yeah, that's why
They
you
all
keep
sound like
trying
they
to
have
take
Down
advantage
syndrome.
of them.
They all sound like they have
You
Down
keep trying to
syndrome.
manipulate them
Okay?
with, like,
They all
false
sound like they know how
truths.
to make a coherent argument. They
Yeah,
all
but the
have a
thing
niche
is, like, at
benevolent
least we're able to
okay?
back up
They
our
all talk like that.
sources.
That's who agrees with.
This is amazing, dude. You're willing to throw everyone under the bus. I don't know who muted him.
I was gonna do it, but someone beat me to it. So apophatic.
That's the
sounds,
Greek Orthodox.
I muted him. He was
You beat me
twerking.
to it. Apophatic